Hi everyone. We are here to do another flower, and I'm doing another flower because I got my new Let's Resin pigments in and I wanted to give them a try, and we're doing a big one because I wanted to try so many colors. And the only way to get them all in and make it look somewhat decent is a big mold. I am still using, I just got my new bottle in of Let's Resin Fast Cure. Um, so I'm super excited to get this going and to try out these colors and see how they work out. Um, so let's get it going. First, I have the green resin pigment, and I'm not 100% sure how much to use yet. Uh, I use about 7 for the other one, so let's do 7. Since this is my first time using these, we'll probably have to figure things out together. They mix in pretty easily, so that's good. How's that look? I think we should give it I think it needs just a little bit more. Let's do 5 more. And that's about right. I usually end up adding extra of every color I do because I always want it to be just a little darker. There, I think that's good enough. All right, so the next color I wanted to try is the rose red. And let's just start off with 12. And these are the transparent inks. They're not the opaque inks, which I have those too. That looks pretty good, right? All right, next. I know I'm using a lot of colors. Sapphire blue. And let's just go with the 12 again. It seems to be working for us. I actually lost count on that one. It either has 11 or 13, or maybe it has 12. Ooh, look how pretty that blue is. All right, so this is going to be my dark color. So I think I'm going to do them in this order. I like to put my dark color in first. All right, so next we're going to have our mica powder. And I also got a new Let's Resin, and this is silver mica powder. It does seem very light, and I'm a little concerned that the silver will spread. It usually happens with the lighter weight mica powder, but it always looks gorgeous even when the mica powder spreads, so I'm okay if it does. Oh, I thought I had it open, but I don't. I have to use my handy dandy spoon to open it. I did remember to open the inks before I got on camera. All right, see that? It is very silvery. Looks gorgeous. I am going to, because like I said, it does seem very light, I'm going to use a lot. And then I'm going to make sure I slowly start mixing it in so I don't blow it everywhere. And we'll see what it looks like. If it looks good, I might try to do one of my crackle effects with it. Look how quickly that mixed in. Super shimmery. Yeah, if this spreads throughout the whole thing, I don't really care. Look how pretty that is. All right, and I didn't pour as much mica powder as I normally do because I am going to do a final push, and I picked this Let's Resin Yellow for that. Like I said, I wanted to use all the colors. Since it's my final one, I'm just going to do 7 drops. I want it colored, but it doesn't have to be brightly colored. It looks like 7 though is going to give us a really great color. Pretty brights too, huh? Sort of had a yellow center in my last one too. All right, last but not least, I am going to use, I keep going back and forth on what I'm going to use for my white. I think I'm going to, because I really want this to work out and I know my ocean white works perfectly with it, I'm going to go ahead and use it again. I debated using Bloom, but I think I want to just go with my tried and true. And I'm going to put about a pea-sized drop in here. Now, my plan is not to fill the mold. My plan is to do a back because this is a very thick mold. And the backs are normally, you know, not really a used space. So I was thinking, well, let's do something pretty on the back too. All right, our white is mixed. Now, my usual question, how to put the colors in? Well, I think I've got them in the right order that I want. So I think we're okay. I'm gonna put, I think, all of the color in. I normally go up on the edge a little bit for my first pour. And then it usually moves to the center. Now I don't know that I have quite enough resin to do that. We'll see. Let's go ahead and scrape out our cup. Hopefully I mixed it well. This is where you find out whether you did a good mixing job or not. I'm gonna set this here for a second because I am gonna just help it a little into the center. Give it like an even base. Let it move a little on its own. Also, because I played with it, I got some bubbles. I'm gonna give it a hit of heat to try to get rid of those bubbles. Normally with Let's Resin, it has a great degassing properties. The bubbles will come out on its own, but we'll keep an eye on it. All right, next we're doing the green. And this I'm just gonna pour right in the center. And give it another shot of heat. Get some of those bubbles that are at the top. Now we're gonna do the pink. And it is, the reason so many bubbles are being created as we pour is because it is a higher viscosity resin. And those tend to be more bubbly. All right, next we are doing that shimmery mica powder. And I didn't mix up as much as I normally did because I am a little worried about it traveling through the design. But I really love it, and I think it's going to look cool. So I'm going to do this close to the edge. All right, I'm going to do another little shot of heat. And now I'm going to start with my white. Just giving it another mix again. Now I'm going to do this just like I did my last one. I'm going to start it between the mica powder, or as best I can. It's a little thick, so it's coming out a little squirrely, but that's okay. I actually think the squirrely is good. I'm going to make it a little squirrelier. All right, and now I'm going to just do it a little bit more, going in. I made a tight spout on my cup, and it's behaving a little weird, but that's okay. Actually looks pretty cool, right? All right, I'm going to go back to the edge to finish off my white. I made it, I might as well use it. All right. So I think that looks pretty cool so far. What do you guys think? Does it look cool? Now, last, certainly not least, is this yellow cup that I am just going to pour into the center, or as close to the center as I can get it. Look at that silver. Can you guys see how shimmery that is? Give it a shot of heat. Now, I have some stones I was going to put in. I've misplaced them. Ah, there they are. And I'm trying to decide if I'm still going to do them, because now, you know, the blue has really taken a strong stance. I don't know. The blue is really strong, and I don't know. I mixed up this, and I don't think that's the way I want to go. I think we're going to just maybe go, what do you think, the silver? I'm sitting here debating silver and gold, silver and gold. Let me see. I'm going to put, I hope I didn't put my face in the camera. I think because I put the yellow in the center, we could do the gold. This is tough, right? But we have a little time because we wait for the center to close to make a call. Let's do silver. That's one of the toughest calls I've made today, and I worked all day. Let's get one of my scooper spoons and get that ready. Let's see what I have in this other cup too. I don't think that has anything we want. I think I have these cups all over my desk with all sorts of things. Maybe if we put a lot of this in. No, I'm still thinking, look how the blue is just taking over. And I don't know that that's what it's going to be on the other side. I have no clue whatsoever. And I don't know if the silver is going to fall to the bottom. So I could put the silver in, and there's no silver. We're doing it. We're just going to do it. Let me give it another shot of heat. All right. Just going to drop it where I think the center might be. I might be a little bit off, right? I always tell myself I should stand up before I drop it. Give it a little. Doesn't even want to go in. The resin is so thick because it's warmed up. It's like, no, we're okay on top. And yes, I talked to my resin. It's been a long day. All right. And of course, as you put stuff in the center, it's going to degas and it might pop some bubbles up. Like I said, though, Let's Resin is really good. I think I said it in this video. It sort of degases on its own. And you'll see the bubbles popping, but I'll stay here with the torch and pop them if needed. And we will come back, I think probably after I've backed it, because I'm most likely, because there's going to be a lot of color, hopefully, I'm just going to do a solid back. All right, I'll see you then. All right, so we are back. I went ahead and backed it with the sapphire blue and did a mixture of the silver mica powder. It came out really cool. Fingers crossed we had some sort of flower. The mold is really thick, so I do have some concerns and trying new products. Oh my gosh. I absolutely adore this. Look at it. I don't know how well you could see it in the camera. Try not to get the light to shine on it. But we've got different types of petals and different things going on. We've got the thinner petals, then we got more of like a larimar around this. I don't know if you call that, but that's the only way I can describe it. Oh my gosh. It is just wow. Just wow.